The phone buzzed across the marble countertop. His voice at my ear before I even had a chance to speak. Sharp, entitled, dripping arrogance. 40 minutes. Old man. 15 of us. Beds, towels, slippers, food. We're staying 3 weeks. It wasn't a request. It was an order. I stood in the middle of my new villa, glass walls framing an endless ocean where waves slammed against jagged rocks. This was a home I bought with blood, years of labor, and quiet sacrifices no one had ever acknowledged. My fingers tightened around the phone, but my voice stayed even. Of course, I said calm. Too calm. The call ended. I stared at the horizon, blue and endless. My jaw unclenched, and a faint smile curved at the corner of my lips. They thought they were arriving to take over. In truth, they were walking straight into my trap. I could still see the day my daughter brought him home. His handshake was firm, his shoes polished, his smile rehearsed, the kind businessmen wear when they're selling trust. He looked me in the eye, called me sir, with such conviction I almost believed he respected me. He was charming, too charming. He had ambition, drive. He promised to protect her, build a future, make her happy. And for a time, I wanted to believe him. I welcomed him like a son, shared meals, opened my home, even helped him launch his small consulting firm when the banks refused him credit. But masks always slip. The thank yous turned into demands. The respect soured into arrogance. My daughter mirrored him, cold, dismissive, almost ashamed of me. When my wife passed, they stayed barely one night after the funeral, before leaving me alone in a house full of silence. Still, I endured. For family, always for family, until the day he mistook my silence for weakness. It began small. A vacation photo of my villa, unfurnished, circulating on their social media as though it belonged to them. Captions about our future summer home, written in his hand. Then whispers from neighbors, stories of him bragging about hosting lavish parties here, showing his friends what real money looks like. The final blow came from my lawyer. Quiet filings buried in property records, my name scraped off, is added. Premature, fraudulent, sloppy, but enough to prove intent. He wasn't just trying to steal my villa. He wanted to erase my life's work, as if I'd never existed. I remember the cold clarity that followed. No heartbreak, no shouting, just certainty. This man thought he could steal my home, my dignity, and wear it like a trophy. He had no idea who he was dealing with. I didn't argue. I didn't confront. I let them believe I was still the polite old man in the corner chair, nodding at their every demand. While they laughed, I moved quietly. I transferred the villa into an ironclad trust in my name alone, impossible to tamper with. I filed quiet notices with the Homeowners Association to restrict short-term visitors and unauthorized gatherings. I spoke with the police chief, a friend from years back, about potential trespassers. Then I staged the battleground. Cameras in every corner. Legal notices placed discreetly. Private dinner invitations sent to select neighbors. Future witnesses. I wasn't just preparing for their arrival. I was preparing for their collapse. His call gave me 40 minutes. I only needed 20. I placed crisp white envelopes on the entry table, each one stamped with legal weight. Inside, deeds, trust confirmations, trespass warnings. My arsenal wasn't bullets. It was paper, signed and sealed. The fridge stood empty except for champagne chilling in silver ice buckets. The guest rooms, beds stripped bare, towels locked away. Every detail designed to deliver one message. This house is not yours. When their convoy of SUVs rolled up the driveway, the villa gate stayed shut. They honked, laughed, shouted. My son-in-law stepped out first, sunglasses glinting with ocean light, already yelling for me to open up. I pressed the intercom, my voice calm and cold. Read the envelope on the gate. Confusion rippled through them. He ripped it open, scanned the page, then scoffed. What is this? My house, I replied, legally untouchable. Your attempted fraud is documented. Step foot here, and the police will arrive before your bags hit the floor. Murmurs rose from the group. His bravado cracked. He tried to laugh it off, but sweat dampened his collar. Come on, old man. Family doesn't call the cops. I leaned closer to the intercom, my voice sharp as broken glass. Family doesn't forge signatures. The scene unraveled. Neighbors stepped out onto their terraces, watching. Some even raised their phones to record. His friends shifted uneasily, realizing they weren't guests. They were accomplices. He pounded the gate, rage swallowing his smirk. You can't do this to us. I opened the front door, not the gate, stepping out, suited and composed, holding another folder. Inside, screenshots of his fraudulent filings, messages bragging about his villa, all timestamped, notarized. I dropped the folder through the bars. You wanted 3 weeks here. You'll get 3 years instead, in prison. His face drained of color. The laughter was gone. Even my daughter turned away, shame cutting deeper than anger ever could. Sirens wailed in the distance, closing in with every heartbeat. His entourage scattered back into their cars. He stood frozen, trapped by his own arrogance. I didn't shout. I didn't curse. I turned my back and walked inside, the heavy gate sealing the divide forever. Later, I stood by the glass wall, the ocean stretching endlessly before me. The villa was quiet again, filled not with their noise but with peace. For years I had endured their disrespect, their manipulation, their cruelty in silence. They thought silence meant weakness. But silence had been my weapon, waiting for the perfect strike. Now the house was mine, not just by law, but by victory. I poured a glass of champagne, raised at the waves, and whispered to the night, to family, the ones who thought they could bury me. May they drown in the weight of their own betrayal. As the first sip burned warm in my chest, I felt lighter than I had in decades. Not broken, not bitter,